Hey everyone, and welcome back to the second episode of Twigs and Rigs. I'm Jacob Golapali, joined by Solomon Thistle. Say what's up, Solomon.
Yo, what's up, boys? How we doing?
All right, so today we're going to be recording two videos for you guys today. So we're going to be on our grind today. So we're going to be doing the progress report like we did for the Metropolitan Division for the Atlantic Division right now. So we'll hop right into it. As before, it's going to be the MVP, breakout player, make or break, player to watch, and the best addition. Now, Solomon, I was also thinking like we could do this later, but we could also add what they need. We don't have to. I didn't do that, but if there's
Yeah,
something that desperately needs to be done, that's definitely something we can do. But I feel like that's a good separate video to do.
yeah, that is good. That's a good idea.
Yeah. All right. So we'll start off with the Detroit Red Wings. Now, who do you have as a breakout player for them?
So breakout, I have uh Nedeljkovic.
Really?
Yeah, I actually really liked him when he was in Carolina. They had a good tandem. I mean, he also played well there. He's had a rough last 2 seasons or so, but
Yeah.
and he's doing very mid right now. I'm pretty sure. So I don't know. I really think that if he can get it together, he's gonna break out. I think because I just think that was a steal. To get a goalie that you can be okay, he's gonna be our starter, and has enormous upside. I think that was just a steal for them. I think that was a great signing, especially as they're trying to build their team. So that's what
I
I was thinking.
like that. I like that. They have, which is interesting that they have Nedeljkovic because they also have a really one of the best goalie prospects in the league. They have Sebastian Kosa in the minor leagues. So that would be an interesting duo to watch. Both have high trade value, especially in the young goalie market. So that could be good. I had uh I had Philip Hronik. Um I put Philip Hronik here as the guy has 25 points in 31 games as a defenseman. That's impressive, especially with a guy like Moritz Cedar on the team who proved how good he was last year. Um, I said that Hronik is taking more of the offensive side. He's taking um, more of the power play times, more of the power play minutes. He's moving the puck really well and confidently, and I think that's really important. He's an undersized guy, and it's just impressive what he's able to do, and he flies under the radar so heavily. So yeah, I have him. Who was your make or break?
Make or break was Cider.
Really?
Yeah, I just think that he's obviously their best defenseman for their decor, but I just think that he's gonna really be able to hold it down. He can do everything. He's physical. He has a good shot. I don't know. Their defense. I don't know. It's not like I'm saying they're gonna be a playoff team at all.
No,
By
no,
any
they're
means.
mid level right now.
I
Yeah.
just, I just think that he's really important to their day to day gameplay.
Did Did you watch his draft when he got drafted?
When was that? 2019?
Oh, it was. Oh, yeah, I think so.
What, six overall, something like that?
Yeah, and he was supposed to go like 30th and even like late sec or early second round.
Uh,
And he went sixth overall. And I remember it because I was watching and I saw the Red Wings were coming up like sixth overall. I was like, all right, they still got I think they still had like Caulfield, Zegras, like guys like that still on the board.
mhm.
And they took him. And I was shocked, dude. I was like laughing so hard because I was like, wow, what a reach. That's never gonna work out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did they have Eiserman back then? Was he the one that made that call? I feel like he wasn't.
I think yes, I think so.
He was?
Or wait, no, he was still with the Lightning, I think.
Yeah, I thought he was. I thought he was like still with the Lightning about to come over like
Yeah,
after his back-to-backs. Yeah.
I think
Okay. All right. So that makes sense. But yeah, no, I had Moritz Cedar too cuz right now that dude is at a minus 16, bro. He's a minus 16.
yeah,
That's terrible. That's terrible. And last year he showed that he has elite defensive potential. And for
yeah,
a mid team, for your elite defenseman to be a minus 16, he's your make or break because if he does well, your team's going to do well. If he does bad, your team's going to be mid like they are right now. So yeah, he's definitely the make or break. Um
yeah.
Player to watch.
My player to watch is Philip Zadina.
Zadina. Yo, did you see the video of him getting absolutely clapped? Like for no reason?
No,
No?
I saw that.
Oh man, I wish I could pull it up here. I'm gonna send it to you on Instagram, but tell me why Zadina and I'll send it to you.
Zadina, because it's like he was um what was it? It was something with him in Montreal, right? Where it was like Montreal passed on him, and then he was like, I can't wait to score a bunch of goals against them, and he just hasn't done anything. Like he hasn't done very much in the NHL, right? Wasn't
Yeah,
there like against
he
Montreal they passed on him, right? Yeah, I think it was he was supposed to go third overall, but they took Kotkaniemi or whatever.
they did. And he was
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna fill the net with like I'm gonna fill the
he's
net
gonna
with
fill their net
pucks.
or something.
Yeah.
And
Something
it's
like
just like,
that.
dude, I mean, I don't know. I thought he would have been more of an electrifying player by now. Kind of disappointing, but like still young. So I think he'll just be an interesting player to keep up with the season just to see how he goes along.
The thing is, he's he's too cocky and too skinny, and he's just like not he's not that talented. He's really like not
Yeah,
crazy talented from
kind
what
of seems like a one-way dude.
right from what he made himself out to look like. He's not
Yeah.
all of that. That's the issue with him.
Yeah.
My player to watch was Moritz Cedar as well. I said that he showed elite potential last year. He's in a little bit of a slump. I saw, for the same reasons we said, he's a make or break player, but I think he's got amazing potential. But I also said Tyler Bertuzzi. When he gets back healthy, that dude is really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Tyler Bertuzzi is nuts when you get him back. And that's the thing. This team is going to be really good when they finally get fully healthy. Because right now they have a few people hurt. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'd have to check, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they do have a few people hurt. All right. Best ad. I think this one's easy.
Best ad.
Yeah.
Best ad. I said David Perron.
Really?
Yeah, I like David Perron a lot, low key. Who do you have?
I had Kubalik.
Okay, that is I like
Because Kubalik is second on their team in points right now. He's got 26 points in 31 games, and I said he's almost a point per game player, and he fits really well with these young guys, especially coming from a team where he got to play with Patrick Kane. He got to learn a lot about creativity and stuff like that. I don't know. I feel like he brings a lot to that team, even as a young guy.
Yeah, he's only what 26, 27?
Yeah, let me check. He's
nice
really
goal
young.
Nice goal by Noah Cates right there.
Noah Cates scored.
Nope, Morgan Frost.
He's 27. Kubalik's 27.
Yeah, Morgan Frost is on the come up. I'm telling you. I'm just kidding.
I was about to say, bro.
He's playing well lately, though. He's having a pretty decent season. Like the way he's playing, he just had a nice little snip from the left circle.
Snipsky,
right side,
top Chetty.
Not top Chetty. It was just a good shot. Good shot.
Gotcha.
Good shot. Tough for the goalie, but I mean, it's important for him to produce. Anyway, we were talking about best ad. I like David Perron. How many points does David Perron have?
23 and 31.
That's not bad. As an old
No,
man,
it's not. It's not bad at all.
I like him a lot. I think he's a good veteran to add on your team.
I agree, especially when you have those young guys.
He was he went to he was flopped around the last few years with Vegas and Edmonton, and then ended up on St. Louis like 2 or 3 different times.
Yeah. So. I thought that's hilarious how he went from St. Louis to Edmonton, I think, and then back to St. Louis, and then to Pittsburgh, and then back to St. Louis. And I think he finally won a cup with them.
Crazy, but I like him a lot. I think he's a solid dude, a solid two-way guy that can pass the puck real well, low key. He just kind of fits in. I think it was just a signing for them for trade bait, low key. Like that he's already older. He's like 34 or something like that. So
yeah, dude, he's old.
They're not going to keep him around, but I like that ad just for the young guys. Good leadership too.
For sure. He's got a lot of experience on a lot of different teams. He brings an aspect from, every walk of life, basically.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, no, I think that's great. Yeah. And I think the MVP is pretty easy. It's Larkin. I
Yeah, I agree.
he's developing. He's getting older as a person. He's becoming that leader that they need him to be. He's been the most consistent player there for a while. He's almost a point per game. It's kind of weird because this team hasn't been bad and they don't have a single point per game player. So that means they're
Yeah.
spreading out pretty well the talent and the points around the team, which is honestly something that's going to really bode well for them in the future. I can't find the Zadina clip, but bro, his teammate was getting like leveled against the boards, right? And he was just sitting there looking at him. And the puck was like semi coming towards him. Like it wasn't really coming towards him. And some dude just leveled him. Like absolutely rocked him off his feet and everything. Hit him so hard his glove came off.
Dude,
I was shocked.
Ovi's hit over the boards into the
Who did he
bench
hit?
was nice.
Who did he hit? He hit
I
hit
forget.
someone like big too.
Yes. It was a solid dude. I saw it on NHL. It was like what's it called?
I don't remember.
Instagram. It was funny. It's just kind of funny to see him throwing around the body. Like he's a big dude, man.
He is. He's monstrous. But the thing is, like, he doesn't forecheck. He doesn't really like forecheck. He just hits people.
Well, like to be fair, sometimes he does, but it's literally just like he won't go and get the puck. He'll just hit.
Yeah.
He'll hit the dude against it. Like I've seen it multiple times where like usually there's not really a chance. Like they're already kind of clearing it up, but he'll finish like every check he can. When he's like on the forecheck, it's kind of funny.
Yeah. He's dude, he's monstrous. He's like, I don't know, he's so good, but it's like I still think he only really brings one dimension to the game, even though he's the best in the entire like in history at it. He really only brings one dimension to the game, and that's why I don't understand why people think he's better than Crosby. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, enough of my bias. All right, we'll move on to the Buffalo Sabres. This team has been incredibly interesting this year. Wouldn't you agree? They have been something else. It's been a pleasure to watch them play. Luckily the Penguins beat.
I've had an honor watching them, dude.
You've had an honor watching him?
Dude, it's him.
He's him. He's Timothy. So of course we're talking about Tage Thompson. Now,
yes.
I'm assuming we can just say, yeah, that's your MVP. That's your MVP.
Yeah.
Right? Like he's got, you know what I found interesting?
What?
Guess how many times he shot the puck this year?
Let me see. I'm looking at the stats.
No, just guess. Just guess.
Times.
Yeah, 146 times.
That's a lot, but but the thing is, he is a percentage of 17.8, which is like really good.
That is still really good. Exactly. That's like crazy. It's crazy to see that. He's got 50 points already at 32 games.
Yeah, dude.
He's nuts. So undisputed MVP so far to this point. Undisputed.
My breakout is also Tage.
I feel like that's very fair, but I figured you were gonna do that, so I said Dahlin. I was like, finally, this first overall pick looks like something.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like,
well, there was a stat I remember. I think I sent it to you on Instagram. It was like last 82 games or something. He's had 70 something points.
That's right. He was good towards the end of last year. I do actually remember a little bit of that.
So, yeah, but the reason why I chose Tage for breakout is just not because it was so easy, but it's like he's 52 points in 50 points in 32 games, dude. Like he's hitting real top of the league numbers now. Like it's not like, he's a point per game player. Like then I would have said for breakout like Dylan Cozens, right? Like I would have gone for him
or Tucker,
yeah, but like Tage is going off.
No, for sure.
I felt like I had to do that. And then for best ad, Tuck, we discussed that.
Yeah. We talked about it a little bit off air. We said that Alex Tuck is currently a point per game. We said they didn't really add anybody, to be honest with you. And honestly, if they don't add anybody, we could just say bringing up a prospect because that could be adding someone to your team.
Yeah.
Technically. But yeah, Alex Tuck is a point per game right now. He's got 35 points in 32 games. Yeah. There have been a lot of clips that surfaced when he was on the Wild before he got drafted to the Knights. he is an impressive player. He is unbelievably talented.
He's a
He's
good
got slick
power
hands.
forward, man.
Yeah,
He's got some good hands.
great hands. He's got great footwork, and he's shifty, and he's creative. You put him with these guys who are still trying to find their identity in the league. They mold around him like it's great, and he's also a great story. He's a hometown guy. He actually wanted to be in Buffalo last year when they were talking about trades, like
Mhm.
when that trade actually went through. In
Right.
the interview, everybody was expecting him to be like, "Oh no, this sucks." Until they remembered, yeah, he's from Buffalo, and he's like, "This was been my dream for years to play for the Buffalo Sabres." So it's really cool. He's really excited to be there. I think that's going to bring a lot of energy to the team, especially if he's one of their best players.
Yeah. Owen Tippett goal that Flyers were passing around at the end of the power play. And,
Really,
Owen Tippett went to the net, came from the left side from who's that? Farabee, dude. I love
Farabee.
goal. And then,
Farabee's doing
that's a
great.
tough goal to let in. I mean, it was just a little deflection and shit, but good hardworking.
No cursing.
Oh, stop cursing, whoever curses. It was a hardworking goal.
Hard-working goal, sir.
That's my team. They're hard workers, but they just can't win.
For
Anyway, yeah, let's get back to it.
yes.
Make or break. I have Tage because he's just carrying that team low key. I honestly was thinking about Darlene.
Yeah,
I mean, when we start to think about like make or breaks for like playoff caliber teams, I think it's, you can go with the goalie a lot of the times. But for these kinds of teams who are obviously not going to be, I mean, they could make a push, but like, I don't see him as a playoff team quite yet. It's usually one player or something.
No way.
So I just have Tage because, dude, like look what they're able to do.
Yeah.
Easy.
No, for sure. And I think what my make or break player is going to be Darlene. I'm saying if it's not a fluke and he holds the points that he has now, he's got 37 points. That's a lot less than Tage Thompson has, and he has a higher plus minus than him with probably double his time on ice. So that's really impressive, especially given the fact that the next best defenseman points wise is Owen Power. In 29 games, he has 10 points. So Darlene is really carrying the brunt of the defensive points. And if he keeps that up, that's honestly going to be their make or break. If he folds under the pressure, which he was the first couple of years, the pressure of being a first overall pick, he's really coming into his own. And I think if he holds this, he'll be their make player. But if he folds, that's the break. That's definitely the break. All right. MVP, we already said Tage. He's him. He's Timothy. He's been fantastic this year. Let's roll over to Boston. Solomon's favorite team, the Boston Bruins.
I don't hate him. I just like playing against them because they're the top of the league.
That's true. I also don't like Marchand. Actually, I like Mark. I like him as a player. I hate him as an opponent.
Yeah, I agree.
He's the worst.
So entertaining, okay.
Oh no, without a doubt, I don't even disagree with you. Hey, Malkin on the power play, goal, Snipesky boys, Snipesky. That's what we like to see. They're playing New York. Love to see it.
Poppins.
It was actually. Let's see. I mean, low key, yeah, it was kind of top bin.
What?
All right. Here, one sec. All right. You still there?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's great to hear, man. Okay, so we got the Boston Bruins here, man. So who did you have as your breakout player?
So Pavel Zacha.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why? Why was Pavel Zacha your breakout player?
He's up there, man. Hold on, let me look at those stats again. I was checking them out earlier.
Oh, he has 18 and 31.
It's not too bad.
19 and 31. That is, bro, what? Lindholm. Brother.
Lindholm's been in the league, bro.
Lindholm's been in the league, but he hasn't been this good.
I don't know.
He was not that good with Anaheim. I'm almost positive, bro. He's got 23 points in 31 games. Let me check. I could be off.
Zacha hasn't had a positive season since his rookie year, and he was a +4 in one game. And then so he's a +6 right now. He's 19-31. If he continues on that pace, he'll probably have like 50 some points or something. But that's not bad. He's only 12 games or points behind point per game. And his highest point total is 36 from last year in 70 games. Like that's what I look at is like he's on pace to eclipse 36 easily. I think.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Lindholm, he's doing really well. Like that, I agree that he's doing really well. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, Lindholm's probably honestly a better one, looking at his career stats.
Yeah, dude. His highest career points is 34 in 78 games. He's got 23 and 31 right now.
Yeah, but especially for a defenseman.
Exactly. And look at that plus minus. Plus minus only really matters for a defenseman.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's got plus 24. That's more than the points he actually has. That's unbelievably impressive.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
But do you see why I was kind of thinking?
I do see Zacha, but I was looking at this earlier and I was like, wow, Lindholm is sticking out like a sore thumb to be like the guy to be the breakout right now because, oh man, he scored the overtime winner against the Penguins. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, that was a rough game. Penguins were up did you hear about this? They were up by like 4 goals. They're up by about 4 goals and they blew it. They blew the 4-goal lead and then lost in overtime to Hampus Lindholm.
I did not hear about that actually.
That was wild. If you're a Penguins fan watching, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, the fact that he has plus 24 and he only has 23 points shows how good his defense has been. That's phenomenal. Yeah. That's amazing. All right, let's go to make or break. Who you got?
I have McAvoy.
Interesting. Why is that?
He's just a leader on this team at this point. I mean, I don't know. You could say like Bergeron. I think that's a good one too. But I think the D core is like the biggest probably thing the Bruins have to worry about. Either that or the goaltending. But Swayman's been playing really well. So I'm just hoping that the D can hold up. I'd like their D, like it's good. I just think it's their biggest thing. I don't know.
That's not bad. I said, well, Swayman hasn't even been the starter. Swayman's played half.
Is it? Did he still have Halak?
No, it's Ullmark, bro.
Oh, that's right.
It's interesting. Ullmark has played games played. He has played 22 games. He has 18 wins, 1 loss.
Whoops.
With 1.89 goals against and 0.937 goals or save percentage. He's been going off. What?
Is Swayman injured?
I don't know. I actually don't know that. I'll have to check, but I didn't see that. But yeah, Swayman's only played 11 games, so he's been 6-3. With significantly worse stats.
Okay, so honestly, I'm gonna say my make or break. I'm gonna switch that. I'm gonna say it's Ullmark then.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I thought it was interesting because every aspect of this team is popping right now. Every aspect of this team is just going off. Their offense is phenomenal. Pasternak's playing better than he's ever played in his life. He's on an absolute mission right now. You brought back Krejci and Bergeron, and they're doing what they've been doing ever since they came to the Bruins. Mm-hmm. They've been unbelievable. They've been fantastic. The defense, Hampus Lindholm, they finally found a second guy to pair with Charlie McAvoy. That's really important. Brandon Carlo doesn't get a lot of points, but he's still a phenomenal player. Matt Grzelcyk's one of the shiftiest defensemen in the league. I think he's incredibly underrated. Connor Clifton is also very underrated. I think he's just a Walmart version of Charlie McAvoy, basically. Everything is popping. But the thing is, when they lost Tuukka Rask, they lost a huge part of their team. So it's really important that they get goaltending over most teams. Over most teams, that's a make or break for them because every other piece of the puzzle is fitting together except for that. It used to be. Now the goal is phenomenal. So as long as he keeps that, it's a make. But if he starts to drop, it could be a break, like pretty bad break too.
Yeah.
So yeah. Player to watch. Who do you got?
I have Zacha.
Okay. Why is that?
Yeah, just because I think, kind of like the same stuff I was saying earlier. I think that's it. Just, yeah. So I agree with your Oh, okay. I have that for best ad. Never mind. I have Zaka for player to watch
I had
because
Zaka as my bet. Oh yeah, yeah, keep going.
best ad really. I have Hampus Lindholm as my best ad or David Krejci.
Oh, why didn't I? Yeah, obviously
Yeah, I
Lindholm's
have
the best
Krejci
ad.
slash Hampus as best ad because I knew Hampus would be on there somewhere, but I thought it was just a clear best ad. So then player to watch, I was like Zaka because like you were kind of expected to be something in Jersey, and then it was just like you kind of just didn't fit.
Yeah,
Now you're traded for Eric Holla, who's playing really well for Jersey and stuff, and you're a younger player that a Bruins team could really use with aging Bergeron, Marchand, and possibly getting rid of Pasta. So
and Krejci
and Krejci, yeah, like this team's going at some point soon. So
for sure,
I don't know. I
for
just think
sure.
it's kind of an important piece for the future, but also now because they're winning.
Yeah,
And he's
definitely. He
playing
gets
and
it.
he's playing well. He's playing well. Like that's most of it.
Yeah, for
So
sure. I had DeBrusque. Now,
okay.
Bruins fans know about DeBrusque, and I think that man has been hated ever since he got into the league by Bruins fans, and it
Thomas
is not his
Chabot.
fault.
Wait, Thomas Chabot, Matt Barzell, and who else?
Bro, McDavid, Eichel,
No,
Provorov. Dude, that
no.
was that draft.
The 3 picks right after the Bruins
Oh,
first.
right after Kyle Connor
Kyle Connor, yep. So the Bruins could have Kyle Connor, Matt Barzell,
and
and
Thomas
Thomas
Chabot.
Chabot.
Yep.
Okay. That's
Instead, they
pretty
have
great.
DeBrusque, Senshin, and
L
someone
Bruins,
else.
dude. L
Yeah.
Bruins.
So
I don't know how they wait. Can we just I just want to say this real quick.
go
I don't
for
know
it.
how they escape these terrible acquisitions and like trades. Like trading Tyler Sagan was so dumb. Was so
Kessel.
dumb. I didn't know it at the time because I was just getting into hockey, but like, dude, what? I can't like looking at that trade, you're trading what, a 20-year-old? A 20-year-old? Dude, oh my gosh. All the skill in the world. Like for Louis Erickson was pretty decent at the moment. Like he was like basically
Mid.
a game player for like 2 seasons though. Like 2 seasons. And it's like, dude, like I don't know. I just don't think even in the moment it looks great. I think you can make it justifiable somewhat, but like, bro, Tyler, that's
They,
so
tr-
dumb. Tyler
they,
Sagan, and they somehow get rid of Dougie Hamilton. And it ends up working out, and like what? Like I don't understand how this team like somehow gets by. I just don't understand. Like they screwed up these draft picks so bad, but the only reason why they got by is because they had 3 of them. It's not like year after year they missed on first round picks. Like they got McAvoy, they got somehow DeBrusque
Pasta.
pretty good, and Pasta, dude, like first hat trick was against the Flyers. I think it was his first goal too, or whatever. I remember seeing that live. But yeah, I don't understand how the Bruins do it. Anyway, go ahead.
People also forget that they also had like they did have Dougie. They also had Blake Wheeler, and
That's right.
and they
Joe
had
Thornton.
Joe. I was just gonna say Jumbo.
Like
So
what? Like what is it? Like how? I don't understand, dude. I don't understand. Like other teams
it's
can't do this stuff. You
right.
understand?
Yeah,
Like other teams will have good players and they don't know what to do with them, or they just screw it up. And then like the Bruins somehow make some kind of bad trade, but then in a few years they're like, okay, I just don't get it.
they're good at recovering from bad decisions.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand it. I mean,
I think you're
I think they're
frustrated because maybe your Flyers aren't so good at that.
yeah, whatever. But like, I think the core. I think the most important thing is that they're keeping the core. Honestly, they kept Char, they kept Bergeron, they kept Marchand, they kept Krejci. I think that's really all they needed to do, and they kept Rask.
True.
And with those guys, they're pretty dynamic enough that you can mold the rest of the team around them, I guess.
Like the Caps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you pick up McAvoy, and it's like such a nice acquisition. So I guess you have 1 or 2 good acquisitions, and you sign Taylor Hall. They have
That's
Taylor
right.
Hall for the next
They
like
do.
6 years or something.
He's getting older though, right?
It's like 29, 30.
Is he? Is he only
Yeah.
that young? Hold on. I'm about to check that. That's crazy.
He's 2010 draft, so yeah, he's like 30 years old, 18 plus 12.
Yeah, 31. Yeah. Dang. Okay.
He's in his prime. He's still in his prime.
Something like that.
Just
But
around.
just around. I also think it's interesting how the Oilers had all those guys. But that's for the next video.
We
Actually,
can
over in the
dive into
Central.
that.
That's in the
whole thing.
Central.
And guess what? Guess what? That's the same general manager the Bruins had when they got Peter Chiarelli when they got rid of Sagan.
Really?
Yep. Oh yeah, we can do a Peter Chiarelli video.
Oh, we should.
Like,
Yeah, let us
people
know
have
if you guys would like that.
People have talked about that a lot, just like how mid his trades are and crap like that.
Yeah.
Or is bad. It's just terrible.
Yeah. But the fact that DeBrusque got 23 points in 30 games, and I feel like he's starting to get a little bit more confident in himself.
Yeah.
Starting to get a little bit more confident in himself, starting to feel better. Because a lot of the issues last year was mental.
Yeah.
And he was just getting in his own head.
Just seemed like he couldn't put it together. It seems like he has the skill. He has some skill. He's not a number one first line kind of guy necessarily, but he has enough skill that he can be around a point per game kind of player. Like he can dish the puck, he can shoot pretty well. He's somewhat physical, but he's not a game changer. He has what it takes to be in the NHL and stuff to function at a high level. So you just need to put it together, and it looks like he is.
No, for sure, you're right. And that's the thing. Like I feel like everybody tries to have him live up to the expectations of that draft class. That may go down as probably a top 3 draft class of all time when it's all said and done.
What, 15?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it's all said and done, and all their careers are over, it is probably going to be a top 3 draft of all time. It's ungodly. And the fact that he's forced to try and live up to that, it's kind of unfair because there were 2 other guys that were drafted in that class that get no flack for it. They're not even in the NHL. He's the only one in the NHL that's made it to that point, and he's pushed through that far. And I think it's awesome that he's starting to finally, come into his own, and they're having success with him. All right, we've spent a lot of time on this. MVP. Yeah.
The Bruins, right?
Yeah.
We're still talking about the Bruins.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna get moving soon.
Pastrnak,
absolutely. Yeah, I feel like he's doing this a lot so he can push himself onto the market and see what his value is, based off how well he plays this year, because he's playing out of his mind right now. And if he pushes himself to show what he's like on the market, there's a lot of things that can happen from that. He can have high trade value for the trade deadline if he keeps this up, or he can re-sign at a high value for what he's worth. I think there's a lot of good things that can come from him playing well this specific year.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, now we're going to go to their better rival. We're going to go to the Montreal Canadiens. So for breakout player, who do you got?
I'm looking at my list because they all look the same. Breakout, I honestly, hear me out. Like we know his talent. We know how good he is, but I think this is like a full season of Cole Caulfield being a point per game player.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how I look at it. Like, I don't know, last year, how many points did he have last year or something, like 50 something?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's a point per game player like right now or just about. So like I think he's putting together like more passing, it seems. He's not scoring goals and stuff.
28 and 32 games.
Yeah, so he's putting it all together. He kind of reminds me of like Danny Briere a little bit, just like the size and the shot, but that's it. I'm not saying anything else about Danny Briere and Cole Caulfield. Just the shot and the size. That's all. No skating.
Well, he's a lot like St. Louis, who is his coach, which is a big reason why he's doing so well, is because St. Louis has taken him to the school of little man play. St. Louis is out here running the small man style and teaching him how to utilize his small frame to the best of his ability, because Martin St. Louis is a Hall of Famer, no question. And he's like smaller than us, bro. So it's like, that's impressive, And with a guy with Cole Caulfield's talent, to be able to have a guy like that to mentor him is going to make it is the best. He is the best possible mentor he could have asked for. So the fact that it's starting to come to fruition is really cool, especially since he's still so young and still got so much more to offer time-wise and potential-wise.
Yeah.
All right. 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 Make or break. Even though this team's low key, like, actually, we're not gonna disrespect nobody today. So
Make or break. I just have the entire offense because they're just an offensive team. To be honest, like, they're not gonna go to the playoffs.
no, no, they're not.
Their goalie's not a make or break for them.
Nope.
Really. I mean, Jake Allen's doing all right, but
He's Jake Allen.
the defense needs to bolster up. I think they did a lot of good stuff with, I think, we'll talk about that best ad, but or player to watch. They're an interesting team. I just think, they're all just offense right now. That's why I have the entire offense. I don't think there's one guy who necessarily carries it besides Caulfield or Suzuki, but like, I don't know. Like they have some guys they could rely on or like can, produce. So I just think it's the entire offense, to be honest.
That's valid. That's valid. That's valid. I said Suzuki. I said he's the leader of this core for the same reasons that Larkin is the leader of his team. He's a lot younger than Larkin, but he's still a leader on and off the ice. He's young, but if he stays composed, he's been the most consistent player over the last 2 years. They've been a lot of up and downs, a lot of new faces, a lot of different people, but he stayed the same and he stayed consistent. And I think that is the tipping point between mediocrity and horrendousness. So, player to watch.
Player to
I have
watch.
a very good one for player to watch.
Player to watch. I have Sean Monahan.
Yes. Ding, ding, ding.
Is that how you have?
That's exactly why I want to hear your reasoning.
Because he's been injured. He's been, he was the first line center for Calgary with Gaudreau and I guess Kachuk. And at one point,
Lindholm.
Oh, was it Lindholm? And Lindholm.
Yeah, at the time it was Lindholm.
And then it was just like, dude was just booty cheeks.
Yeah.
For a bit. I mean, I'm not trying to diss that dude. He's done a lot more in his life than me, but like, for what he was able to do and for what we thought he was going to be able to do, like he just wasn't able to do it. And now I think it was a low-key, a nice kind of trade. I forget his contract situation. I'll have to look into that. But it's perfect. Like he's still kind of young, or he's what, like 28 now, 27, 27, like that. So, it's right like at the beginning, middle of his prime, if you want to say that. But he's also producing. So that's the biggest part.
For sure.
So for them, it was like low risk, high reward. And it's been working out for them pretty decently. There's just another piece to put on the offense, a solid second line center if he can play. And if he can't, then put somebody else there.
Yeah, definitely. He's had a lot of issues. And he was even sent down to the minors and healthy scratched a lot, dude. He was going through basically what Kotkaniemi was going through in Montreal. So it is interesting. I think now, I think a big problem in Calgary was, no disrespect to him, he was scared of the moment a lot. He wasn't a clutch performer. Yeah. And when he didn't perform well in a game, he would hear about it and it would get in his head and he didn't play well the next game. And then that just builds and builds and builds and builds and builds. And he didn't play well consistently for a while. And then he got scratched. And that doesn't help your confidence when you come back after getting scratched, after being a first line center. What first line center do you know gets scratched? Like, you know what I mean? Like sent down to the minors. That is a huge blow to him. So I think he's perfect on that third line. I think that they'll eventually move Doc up to the second line and move Monahan down to the third line, because Doc and Suzuki, that is the center duo of the future. And I think that's a great segue into our best ad.
Who do you have for best ad?
I had Kirby Doc, bro. I think he's going to thrive with a young core. Being a young guy, he was in Chicago, where there weren't a whole lot of young guys that really like had a foothold on the team. You know what I mean?
They were just on the come up. I mean, the Blackhawks are just, shout out to the Blackhawks for being stupid. Just gonna call y'all out right now.
Sally wants to do a whole video on that.
That is actually absurd. Oh, we're in a cap situation. Oh, we're gonna get rid of Duncan Keith. Let's trade for Seth Jones and give him $9 million and get rid of Adam Boquist. Like, okay. I mean, come on, dude. Y'all think my Flyers are embarrassing? Blackhawks, you had your time, and it was nasty during your time. It came out that y'all were being
Oh, hey, keep it child friendly, shorty.
y'all were being weird in the locker room. Totally like exclusive, like not inclusive, I guess I could say. Not inclusive, like just terrible in the locker room to that dude. I forget his name.
Johnny Oduya.
No, the dude who was like being
That. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
whole thing last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so y'all cup runs look like trash now. Nobody cares.
Oh my God.
Kane and Taser out of there. You're not gonna get that much for them because they're gonna be free agents. And then you're stuck with a $9 million player who's not even that good. And then you get rid of the Brinket. You get rid of who else?
Panarin.
Teravainen. Oh my gosh, dude.
They tried to bring that team back together like 2 years after they lost. Remember that? They traded Saad for Panarin.
Oh my gosh, that's right, dude.
Brought back Hossa, and I think they re-signed Seabrook.
Something like that.
And
I don't know. Like it seemed like
and Bolin and them.
They just didn't know what to do with their young talent, like at all. Like whatsoever. Like they had DeBrincat last year. They had they had DeBrincat last year. They had Doc last year. Like, I don't know. They had some young pieces. They had Boquist, Doc, and DeBrincat all at once, but they said, "Oh, let's get a little bit older and let's like not have any cap room."
Who did they trade Doc for?
A mid defenseman.
Who did they trade Doc for again?
They traded him for like a first round pick in this past year's draft.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Yeah, it was at Montreal draft, and they were like,
"That's
Montreal
right."
was a trade, and everyone was like, "Whoa!" Like losing their minds because they're all fans of Montreal, and they trade Kirby Dach for a first round pick.
Yo, yeah, Montreal was tweaking out, bro.
I mean, that's a great trade for them. I wouldn't be losing it. I'd be like, "Oh my God, Kirby Dach, yeah, let's go."
For sure. Yeah, no, I think it was good.
Anyway, my point is, Chicago, you screwed up because it was supposed to be a rebuild like 3-4 years ago, and now you've gotten rid of the pieces to rebuild, and you're just like, all right, we might as well just get whatever we can for Tays and Kane instead of letting them retire as Blackhawks, having a great legacy there. It's like, oh, like we just suck. They screwed it. They fumbled the bag. Sorry.
Bag fumbled officially.
And they go off right there.
I see that. Let out a lot of tension, yeah? Feel better?
Oh,
Ferda,
boys.
Ferda. All right.
That's so weird.
But
that's so no.
But yeah, it's Kirby Dach, and I think it's also pretty cool from that draft that they acquired him from in the trade. They also got Slavkovsky and Philip Meshar, who both played together. I think it's Slovakia, right? That's where, yeah. So they were both wingers for Slovakia. If they put them with Kirby Dach, oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Meshar and Slavkovsky are already elite on their own. You throw Kirby Dach into the mix, that future is set, bro. The future is set.
Ooh, sorry. I had to stretch there.
Yeah, stretching?
Yeah, I had to stretch my back there.
MVP.
MVP for the Canadians. Sorry.
It's late.
Suzuki.
It's late. Yeah. For the same reasons we picked Larkin.
Yeah. All right. Next team,
we're going to go to the team Montreal beat in the Stanley Cup Finals, the Tampa Bay Lightning. Who was your breakout player? I felt like this one was easy as well.
Where the frick is my Tampa Bay Lightning one?
I'll go first.
Yeah, you go first.
I had Sergachev. I thought it was very interesting that Sergachev had the most points out of defensemen by a good amount too. He has 27 points in 28 games, and that's awesome. And that's also pretty funny that they traded. He was traded from Montreal, wasn't he? Sergachev started out in Montreal.
Yeah, he was the Jonathan Drouin trade.
Jonathan Drouin, wow, and they still have Drouin on the fourth line. People forget about that.
Hell is this?
But yeah, Sergachev is an amazing defensive defenseman. Guy has been amazing for years defensively. The fact that he's able to put up 27 to 28, that means you have a second Victor Hedman Two
Mhm.
Victor Hedmans. Now, I will say Victor Hedman is overrated in my opinion offensively because he has the best offense in the league in front of him for 2 years straight.
Yeah, I just think he's a dude who can just move the puck.
He can. He
Take
knows
it
where to
back.
give it to. He's not fancy.
I'm not trying to underblow him or anything. I mean, he's really good. It's just like he doesn't skate that well, I think. I think the only reason why he gets by people is because he's big. He still
Mhm.
does it. Like I'm not trying to take away from it. I am trying to take away a little bit.
Yeah, same.
But like he's not dynamic like a Kale McCarr, you know what I mean?
No,
He's
no
too
way.
big. He's just too big the way he moves. I mean, I think he's overrated, but I still think he's a top defenseman, like top 5 or something. You know, he's not top 2. I don't think he's top.
No, absolutely. I think he's top 7. I got top 7.
Yossi and McCarr. It's Yossi and McCarr. And then
Yossi,
McAvoy.
McCarr, McAvoy, Fox. That's
Yeah.
4.
Exactly. So he might not even be top 5, dude.
He could be top 5. Yeah, I'm trying to think. There's probably someone out there I could think of that's up there.
Chychrun, dude. He's worth 3 first-round picks.
Known 3 first-round picks. Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
you wouldn't
I'm a
give up
Yost
3
fan.
first-round picks
No, I'm
plus
just
an
kidding.
arm and a leg and Chuck Fletcher.
Yeah. Yep. Dude, I would totally do that. Are you kidding me? Let me. Oh, just a trade announced. Blue Jackets are trading Johnny Gaudreau for Chuck Fletcher.
You would have loved that. You got to go up to David again from the conference and be like, dude, what do you think about this?
Yeah, what do you think about this trade, dude? I just
He'd be
proposed
like,
it. I just proposed it in my gym mode in NHL 23, dude.
nah, he was really cool. Though. I love David.
Yeah, David was dope.
Shout out to David, bro.
Yeah, David said hi.
But who's your breakout player?
There it is. Okay, I had my list. I just didn't. Breakout is Hagel. Or Hagel. Sorry.
Interesting.
Yeah. Who do you have?
Serg.
Really?
Sergachev.
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah,
that's what we were talking about. Make or break or the breakout.
No, we were talking about MVP.
Oh no, Sergachev is not my MVP.
Wait. What were we talking about? I thought we were talking about MVP.
We haven't started with MVP at all yet because
we
I
haven't.
didn't want to like give that away.
Oh, it was make or break.
No, it's breakout. Breakout.
Oh, you were talking. Oh, breakout is Sergachev for you.
Yeah.
Oh, mine is Hagel or whatever, just because he's putting up more points. Like he's not just like a third line guy now. It's like a third line guy you can like depend upon for some secondary scoring. Oh my gosh, Konechny is so dirty. Konechny just had a dirty backhand, dude.
Yeah, dirty backy Ferda.
Yeah, this is a dirty dude. NHL's about to repost this. I'm not kidding.
Really?
No.
Did he score?
Yes. Dirty backhand goal, bro. Over the glove, snippety snip from the left circle, basically, in the slot. It was a 2-on-1. Here. I'll put it up for you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's gonna be everywhere.
I think it might be reversed in the camera or whatever, but he's right-handed. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
That's weird because it did look right-handed in that.
It looked left-handed.
Right-handed.
It did.
Yeah.
Okay, it looked correct. It's just
that is pretty cool.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude, that's ridiculous.
MVP. He's our MVP.
I still think Karat.
Okay, yeah. Okay. That's fine.
But yeah, Hagel's an interesting pick. I had him as player to watch along with Nick Paul.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because he's not quite at the level where I feel like he's their breakout compared to a guy like Sergachev who didn't do anything offensively for a while, except for the bare minimum that he needed to. And now he's almost a point per game, plus being amazing defensively. That's impressive.
That's perfect. I just wanted to
throw Hagel in the mix. Yeah,
I thought you might say like Sergachev or something. I was like, I already know Sergachev's good. But
yeah,
you're right with like points wise that he's kind of going off and stuff. That's a good pick.
Sure.
Player to watch. I have Nick Paul, like you were just saying.
I like that, bro. He is so underrated. He has the potential to be phenomenal. If wherever he's gone, he's been great in whatever role they've given it to him. If he gets an elevator role, he'll be phenomenal and he'll exceed it. I know he will.
Yeah.
He's got great hands. He's very shifty. He's got good IQ. He needs to work on his IQ a little bit, but he's still a phenomenal player. And I think if people give him a chance, he's going to be elite easily. All right. So make or break. Who do you have?
Make or break's got to be Vazzy, dude.
Really
Yeah.
interesting. Why's that?
He's the most important part of that group. I mean, like when it came down to it last year in the final, I think it was like it was just Colorado's offense was too quick. So you
Yeah,
could I might be able to put you could put like their decor, but like I think their decor is good enough. I mean, they did lose McDonough
yeah, they did lose
in free
McDonough.
agency,
They got Flyers legend Phil Myers.
which is kind of big. Phil Myers is like kind of solid.
I do like him.
I liked him when he was on the Flyers. Young, free agent. He's big. But yeah, I think it just comes down to him, Vasilevsky. Like we know we can count on him, but I just think he's make or break. Like he might, if he lets in a few fluke goals or something. Oh, here we go, 2-on-1 with Hazy. Back. Okay, that was just terrible execution. Oh god.
Penguins are almost on a 2-on-1 too, so I was looking over here as well.
Yeah,
But
we're up 4-2 now.
that's good stuff. We're up 2-1 right now on the Rangers. But yeah,
just he's make or break. I don't know. I just think
interesting.
he's
I
just the most
had
dependable player on the team, I think.
okay, valid. I had Stamkos' health as a make or break
Okay.
because that man has been glass for a while, and when he plays, he got literally his first like full season back since forever was 100-point season. When that man is healthy, he's an absolute demon, and he was a huge reason why they went back to the Cup a third time last year.
Yeah.
And
The only thing I'd say is that the argument for me would be like they've been able to be like a good team without him.
true.
That's the only thing. Like they've been able to, be at the top of the conference. I mean, like obviously he's had a part of it, but like he only played like one game or something in like the Stanley Cup final against Montreal, I think.
That's very true, but they did also have a lot of different players. They did have like Tyler Johnson. They had prime Tyler Johnson, who was unbelievable. They had McDonough. They had players like Palat. They had players like Palat. They had I'm thinking of one guy that Drouin. They had like a good Drouin. No, oh wait, no. I'm thinking a year before. That's a year before.
Yeah.
Right? That's a year before.
Yeah.
But they had a different team. They did.
They did have a little bit of a different team for sure, like solid pieces.
I think Cirelli was their fourth line. You know how nuts that is, bro?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Great first line center.
Who?
Cirelli. I'm just kidding now. He's like second, third.
Yeah. He's like Kevin Hayes, but better.
Whoa. He's faster than Kevin Hayes. Yeah, he might be a little bit better than Kevin Hayes.
He's literally like a Selke nominee, bro.
I guess so. But like, I'm just biased because I like Kevin Hayes. I haven't seen much of Cirelli. I just know he's fast and he's a solid player.
Valid. I'll take that. All right. Player to watch. We said Nick Paul and Hagel. Who'd you have a different player to watch?
No, I had player to watch Nick Paul. Hagel was breakout. Best ad. Let's do best ad.
Who'd you have?
I had Nemestikov. I'm pretty sure he came back. Like he was on the Devils or something. I don't know who.
I think he's on the Stars, bro.
Nemestikov?
I'm pretty sure he is.
Niz brother.
Niz
brother.
Brother's got to check this because maybe I'm bugging.
Or honestly, wait, when was Phil Myers added? Was he in the offseason? Was he?
Yeah, for McDonough, remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You know what? I want to put him instead, actually. I just think
Myers?
Yeah. I mean, Nemestikov's like all right, but I don't think he's gonna have as big of an impact because they got rid of McDonough and they're trying.
You are correct. Vladdy is on
Tampa Bay again.
Yeah, he's literally like Perron 2.0.
Yeah. Or did he come? I love Zach McEwen, dude. Love Zach McEwen. Did he come from the Blackhawks? Was he on the Blackhawks?
Who, Namey?
Yeah, I know.
Namey was on the Red Wings and the Stars.
Oh wow, I didn't know he was on the Stars.
Yeah.
Was he on the Devils as well?
Nah.
Okay, it was the Blackhawks too.
Niz, brother.
Wait, he was on the Blackhawks?
No, I don't think so.
Wait, look him up real quick.
I don't think so.
I think he went to the Blackhawks after. I thought he was like traded there after like the 2019 season or something.
I'll check. While we're doing that, who was your MVP?
Cooch.
Cooch. Yeah. I feel like that goes without saying.
Yeah.
Cooch is unbelievable. I think it's so crazy. Now, here's a little sneak peek into our NHL to NBA player comparison. All right, my thing is not loading, so I'm not going to take a chance on it
Okay.
cutting me out of the call. But yeah, like he's literally Luka Doncic when it comes to play style. He plays that slow game with the elite handles and elite IQ. Not crazy good defensively, but the guy has elite offensive mindset that can control a game with 2.5 miles per hour speed. It's unbelievable how he just weaves through people. And you yourself have seen it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. No, he's
He,
really good.
yeah.
Like, the way he moves and stuff, I love it.
He's European too, like Doncic. And like,
Mhm.
yeah, they can make those highlight reel plays and they just rack the stats up. They just rack it up. It's impressive.
Yeah.
Jari just stopped the breakaway. We also got to talk about at some point how Jari is definitely back in that Vezina race right now. Knock on wood. But
Dude, Jari, mid. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, brother, he's like 19. He's got like a 12-game win streak or 12-game point streak right now. 6-game
Point
win
streak?
streak, 6-game win streak, 12-game point streak.
Point streak? Wait, what? Jari?
Lost in OT. Counts as a
streak?
point.
Well, wouldn't that be a team stat?
But he still gained a point in the.
Oh.
See what I mean?
I never really heard that as a
Really? As a goalie term?
like a stat for goalies, really.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a trip over to the team with the largest fan base in the entire NHL, the Florida Panthers. Let's say who is their breakout? I have a really good breakout player here. Who do you have?
Interestingly enough, I have Montour.
Yo, I love you. I mean, okay, Brandon Montour. Yeah, that's what I had too.
He's really good defensively. I saw him last year play against the Flyers when he was on the Sabres before he was traded over.
Yeah.
And he's just solid. He's a solid player.
Absolutely.
Get a good stick on him. And he has a pretty decent shot. Like, he's not bad offensively at all. So
he's elite offensively when he wants to be.
Yeah, that's what it's not like an all the time thing.
No, he's amazing. And I think he's finally starting to get the value that he promised everyone when he was in Anaheim. He was unbelievably offensive.
That's the thing. That's right. He was in Anaheim, but I completely forgot that he was at all. And what? Oh, damn, that could have been a huge hit. Was he a high draft pick in Anaheim or anything?
Ooh, I do not remember.
Okay.
I do not remember off the top of my head, but yeah, he's finally showing some promise. You know, he was in Buffalo and he was rough, dude. He was bad. He was like a third, but they also put him on like the third line, you know. Now that Ekblad is always having like injury issues and like he's not living up to his offensive prowess. He's playing well defensively. They got rid of Weegar, who was a big offensive threat for them. Yeah. So from the back end. So Montour has really had to step up offensively to be probably the number one offensive defenseman on this team. And he's doing a great job of it. He's doing a phenomenal job. All right. He was your breakout too? Right. Make or break.
Their decor.
Their decor. You didn't have a specific player?
No, I think they're good enough offensively to do damage with Reinhart, Barkov, Kachuk, you name it.
Verhaeghe, Sam Bennett.
Yeah, like they have what they need, but I just don't think I think their decor is what it's going to come down to. Also, Bobrovsky / Spencer Knight.
Do you think the contract has a thing to do with why you don't like Bobrovsky, or is he actually playing bad? Because he's been playing pretty solid. He's been
when it comes to playoffs, he's never really performed that well.
Valid.
Yeah, like he's always been a regular season hero, dude. Like, you know, and for those that don't know, my Flyers had him, and we chose Ilya Brizgalov.
That worked out so well.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. We had Ray Emery afterwards.
R.I.P. legend.
Yeah, for real. Anyway, yeah, I think just their decor because is Ekblad out the entire year
I think he's out for a while. Yeah.
or something he's always injured and they got rid of Uyghur.
Mm-hmm.
That trade, if we can just talk about that for like 30 seconds, very interesting.
Interesting for sure.
I don't know. We talked about that and I was very wary of it, but I think
Yeah.
they had the pieces to go get, a superstar, Matthew Tkachuk, and they did it. And honestly, I think it'll pay off, but right now it kind of looks a little rough because Huberdeau and Barkov, they knew where they were at all times.
Yeah.
They also need new contracts. That's true.
Right.
But so they got a little bit younger, but they got a little bit weaker on the decor. So that's why I think that stands out to me is the decor because of that trade specifically. If they had Weaver, I think, and Huberdeau, I think they'd be better than they are. But I think the contract situation, their future would be interesting. So it's very tit for tat.
With that explanation, that is so valid. That makes a lot of sense now. I was like, it's a little interesting of a point, but no, that's a very interesting explanation.
Yeah, because I don't know, like they were so good defensively. Like what lost for them in the playoffs? I mean, I don't know. They just ran into the Lightning. Like when you you know what I mean? Like the Lightning won 16 straight series. No, 4, and then 3.
15.
That was 15. They won 15 straight series. So when you run to the Lightning in the playoffs, there's not much explanation. They played a good series against them, I think.
And the Lightning played 3 good teams.
More D. The D wasn't showing up that well. I mean, and when you play the Lightning in the playoffs, it's also hard because they have Vazzy. They have a good decor, but the Panthers also had Giroux.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And Giroux was like a point per game for them. So I don't know. I think the decor. It's just I think that's going to be their weakness come playoff time.
I like that. What player do you think has the stat line of 26 points in 30 games?
From the Panthers?
Yes.
Is that Verhaeghe?
That's Barkov.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's rough. Also, Sidney Crosby just scored a dirty 2-on-1 goal between Igor's butterfly pads. Gross. Backy, bottom, Chetty, Ferdy.
Oh gosh, that's so dumb, dude.
That's so weird. So college.
So beer. That's so alcohol.
But Barkov has not been good.
Yeah, because he doesn't have his boyfriend.
That's true. But a lot of people were like, Tkachuk is going to be that player that he, that he's going to be like Huberdeau. I disagreed with that a lot, but what I did not see coming was Tkachuk being good on his own. That caught me off guard.
I didn't see that coming to fruition. I think Tkachuk's crazy. Like he's so good at everything. He's physical, the forecheck. The defense is all right. As far as I know, I don't know much about his defense, but everything offensively is insane.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. I think him and Barkov will work out. Marcel, kind of like him and Huberdeau did.
Not as well, though.
Maybe not as well, but I think it'll just take time because Tkachuk is better than Huberdeau. Let's get that straight. He is better than Huberdeau. He's younger than Huberdeau, and he's just as good at passing, almost as Huberdeau. So I think it'll just come with experience with Barkov. Honestly, Tkachuk is very good at passing. His playmaking ability at all is just insane.
I'm gonna have to disagree with that. I think Huberdeau's better. I think
Huberdeau's
better.
Really? You think Huberdeau's better?
I do, in the sense that obviously I'd rather have Tkachuk. But
what the frick?
Creating an opportunity, a high danger opportunity by himself, I'm taking Huberdeau. If I need a point, and if I need someone to create a point opportunity for me, I'm taking Huberdeau.
I don't know. I feel like Tkachuk has a lot more to offer with stick handling ability. Maybe I think Huberto might. I don't know. I kind of just said Kachuk was better at passing, but I think they're equal passing basically. But I just think that Kachuk can just do more with his body. Like he's more physically able to do things. I think Huberto relies on getting by people, where Kachuk can attack somebody. He can shoot from anywhere. I just think he's more well-rounded in that sense, offensively. Although defensively, I think Huberto's better.
We'll throw this up. We'll throw this up to the TikTok and the Instagram and everybody and see what they say because I'm genuinely curious, because I genuinely think that but although Huberto may not have, he does have a lot of flashy highlights. Also, by the way,
But
Vinny Trocheck just absolutely undressed P.O. Oliver Joseph and made a disgusting pass over to Chris Kreider for a goal. But we're not going to talk about that. But yeah, we'll throw that up to the we'll throw that up to the Instagram and the TikTok and see what they say. I'm genuinely curious because I think the fact that like Barkov needed a guy like Huberto, right? But Huberto needed a guy like Johnny Gaudreau. It's not the other way around. It's not. Kachuk needed a guy, Johnny Gaudreau last year.
Yeah.
Barkov needed a Huberto.
But what? So wait, what are you saying?
I'm saying that alone, Huberto can get more done than Kachuk can get done.
I don't know. I think that's been proven thus far that Kachuk can get more done
Or this year or just like in general?
this year.
Okay, valid. This year, fine. He's surprising me. He's surprising me.
He's surprising me
Over
too.
The last few years, he doesn't play with Barkov, bro. He doesn't like play with Barkov except for like the power play. He played with Sam Bennett.
Who?
So like Huberto.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, but like, no, yeah, good point. But 3-on-3, they play together, and like they had some nice give and goes last year. 3-on-3, they like know where each other are. I don't know why they don't play on the same line.
Well, for the same reason that Mika and Panarin don't play on the same line.
And
You
Leon
want to spread out.
Leon and McDavid don't, right?
No, they do at some points, but most of the time, no. Well, they're both centers also.
We'll make the switch in the playoffs. Like against Calgary, I remember watching, like they were both on the ice at some point.
Yeah. Sometimes they'll double shift them.
That playoff series last year was amazing. I was watching it with my friend. Oh, it was amazing to watch. They got him into hockey low-key.
You really?
Yeah, I was like telling him, I was like, dude, these are the two best players in the league. And I was like, yo, like watch out for Johnny Hockey, watch out for Kachuk.
Mm-hmm.
And it was awesome. And then watch out for Mike Smith to let in a funny goal.
Did he?
Yeah, there was a game, it was like 8-7 last year in the playoffs.
Oh yeah. Wait, I think that was against Colorado though.
No, it was like, dude, the high scoring game or like a bad goal?
High scoring game.
High scoring game was against Calgary. It was high scoring.
There was also one against Colorado, bro. I definitely remember that.
Yeah, there might have been. But dude, it was crazy.
Yeah, bro. But we're still in Florida.
We gotta move on.
Yeah. We only have 2 more teams left, I'm pretty sure. Yep, we only have 2 more teams left. So, player to watch, I said Carter Verhaeghe. I think he's been great for years. He's been flying under the radar. 28 points in 32 games. You didn't say it? No, you did? Okay, yeah. He's been on inconsistent teams. Or not in, oh wait. No, that's not, all right. I had the wrong guy. He's not flashy, so he doesn't always get the credit he deserves, but he's been phenomenally sturdy offensively and defensively for years. Even back with that's who Tampa Bay had. They had Carter Verhaeghe, remember?
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah. They had Carter Verhaeghe on the 4th line. They ran Point, Cirelli, Johnson, Verhaeghe.
Whoa. Sorry, I just saw Josh Morrissey's points per game.
Dude, I know. We're going to get into that in the next episode. Y'all better check that out. I have a lot to say about that too.
What the frick?
Yeah, I know. But I also said best ad. Come on, we know. It's TK. Or, Kachuk.
Yes.
He's not the real TK?
He's not the real TK.
Not a valid TK?
No, it's Kachuk, man. Like what?
I know.
Travis Konecny, TK, Kachuk. It's pretty.
TK Kachuk starts with TK.
Yeah, but
I know. So and he's also their MVP.
Put it this way: his dad wasn't known as TK.
His dad was also like only known for fighting.
He was pretty solid though.
All right. Moving on. I think we both have the same MVP
for
Florida.
Yeah, it's Kachuk.
All right. So now we're moving on to the place where Giroux actually belongs. We're going to Ottawa. I did not like that.
I was about to say F you, bro.
Hey, whoa. Hey, feel free to throw some Penguin shade. Don't worry, I'll take it. But yeah, breakout player. Who you got?
That was messed up, bro.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Sidney, yes, Crosby belongs with Montreal. You know it.
I mean, he did grow up there, so
yeah, exactly.
I actually think that'd be kind of cool if he ended his career there. But yeah, he's a Penguin.
Yeah.
Dude, because at that point he'll be like 38, and like we won't even need him anyway.
Go ahead and say the wholesome thing that you want everyone to leave instead of being. No, I want him to finish with Pittsburgh. Nobody wants to live in Pittsburgh, okay?
Yeah.
University of Pittsburgh is nice. The campus is nice, but come on, dog. Let's go.
I like the city.
Look, in an apocalypse, that thing is taken over so quickly, bro.
Bro, Philly is an apocalypse. Have you seen our school? Have you been to our school?
True. No, but like I'm saying, like, actually, that might be a good place to go, Pittsburgh, because you just close all the freaking bridges and shit and crabs.
And crabs, yes, all the bridges. But yeah, okay.
Whatever.
So,
all right, let's just
breakout player.
For who again?
Ottawa.
Breakout. I have Shane Pinto.
Wow, love that. Love that. Yeah, energy. Love that.
All right.
Yeah.
That's enough.
I didn't have him.
Grow up, dude.
Hey, you grew up. I didn't even have him.
Act your age, dude. Come on, dude.
I didn't even have him yet, junior.
You're literally like a 23 sophomore. 23 sophomore, dude.
Yeah. I'm 19.
Grow up, buddy.
No, but yeah, I think I like that a lot because Shane Pinto, the first time I got to see Shane Pinto is when he played in the USA for Team USA when USA beat Russia or no, Canada in what was that? The World Juniors, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what that was. Yeah. So that's the first time I got to see him was that tournament. I watched him like the whole tournament. He was phenomenal. He's incredibly fast, shifty guy. If he gets better offensive IQ, he's going to be elite. He's going to be phenomenal, especially with that young decor or offensive core. Also shout out to Tyler Boucher. Went to high school with that guy. 10th overall draft pick. I know a lot of Ottawa Senators fans don't like him, but trust me, watch that guy cook. Let him cook. Hold up. Let him cook.
Right,
but enough. Yeah, that's enough. Sorry, just had to flex my school a little bit, respectfully, of course.
All right, very cool. Let's move on.
Yes, very cool. Okay, so I had Timmy Stu. He's 27 points, 28 games. With people like Josh Norris and Josh Norris, he's out. So Timmy Stu had to step up into a higher elevated role, and he's doing great. I think, in my opinion, I forget who was in his draft class. Who was in his draft class? It was Lafreniere, right?
You, Stu?
Yeah. Lafreniere, Byfield.
I think so.
I said that Stu is going to be the best player in that draft class.
Really?
And I still think that. I very much still think that Timmy Stu is going to be the best player in that draft class. First off, he's thrown into a way better situation. He's a center/wing. He's very versatile, where Lafreniere is not. It's not easy for a first overall winger to do phenomenally well. It's not easy. For Timmy Stu, he's also jumping into a team that's already very young. They were developing with him. It's just a way better situation for him. Plus, Timmy Stu brings a creativity level that not many players have. He's incredibly shifty. He's a small, shifty guy who has elite potential. He's phenomenal. 27 points in 28 games. That's a good sign for him, especially how young he is, and he's having to take an elevator role. That's my breakout player because he would be my player to watch, but I don't know. I have different players to watch, but because this team is just unbelievably talented and underrated, even though they're not doing very well right now. Okay. Make or break.
My make or break.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so my make or break is gonna be Shabbat.
Yeah. Yo, that's what I had. That's why I said it.
Oh, I was really confused. I'm not looking at you. I'm finishing my other list real quick.
No.
Yeah, so I wasn't looking at you, so I was like, oh, what the heck does that mean? Um, I think for them, it's gonna be interesting. You want to see him produce offensively. You want to see him become like an Eric Carlson, just left-handed, basically. I think is what the expectation was. And
Mhm.
what's weird is that I did not realize that him and Carlson, they were like, I didn't realize that he was on the same team as Carlson when I don't think they went to the finals with him. They did not go to the final with him.
They never went to the finals.
Oh, Eastern Conference final.
Chris Kunitz, baby. Chris Kunitz.
That was a great run for dude. That was so much fun to watch.
Oh, it was, dude. They had unbelievable talent. The fact that it fell apart is ridiculous. They had Mark Stone, Duchesne. It was either Brassard or Mika. They traded each other. I don't remember. Oh, they had Brassard at the time. Eric Carlson. They had prime Craig Anderson. They were rolling, bro. They were rolling.
Yeah, they had Mark Stone.
Mark Stone.
They had Kyle Turris.
Bobby Ryan, prime Bobby Ryan.
Yeah, Bobby Ryan played really well in the playoffs for them, dude.
Yeah, he's nuts.
Anyway.
Yeah. I had Shabbat as well. I said he's been insane, or he's been nuts, and he's very young and a developing decoy. They have Jake Sanderson, who I think is going to be phenomenal. I think Jake Sanderson is one of the most underrated prospects out there right now. He's phenomenal. He's a big guy, great skater. Got to watch him live when Ottawa came to Philly. That was a really fun game to watch, and he was phenomenal. They also have Eric Brandstrom, who's not as young anymore, but he's still got that potential. I think he'll pop off eventually, like Darlene did. And overall, they just have a young. They also have Artem Zub, who was like a Calder candidate last year. They have a young decor, and Chabot himself is also pretty young. He was in that 2015 draft, right?
Yeah,
he was that could have been Boston Bruin. So, I think it's awesome, and he's also been top 5 in the league in time on ice. So that's make or break. If he doesn't do well, that's break. If he does well, that's make. Yeah. He's out there most of the time, bro. He's out there like half the game. So yeah. Player to watch. Oh wait, you said? Yeah, we had the same make or break. Player to watch. Who you got?
Player to watch, I have Jake Sanderson.
I love it.
Yeah, I think that'll be interesting. I mean, if he can start to mold into what they want him to be. Ooh, get Flyers, man. Oh, JVR. Hook it in, baby. That's what somebody said. Anyway, we're not going to say who said it.
There's no determination on who said
it. We don't know. We don't discriminate here. Anyway, yeah, I think Jake Sanderson, because high draft pick, he was part of I want to say, was he one of San Jose's first round picks that they got?
Who, Sanderson?
Yeah.
I think so.
For Carlson?
Yeah, for Carlson.
Or was that their own? I don't know.
I don't remember.
Either way, he was 4th overall? Something like that?
Yeah.
He was high.
I think he was Lafreniere's year.
I think so.
I think he was. I think he had to be
because there were
4th.
A lot of in the 2021.
Right.
What was it? I don't know. Either way, I just think for them it's exciting because, I don't know. I see them being really good, really, really good in 2 years. They could be good this year. They just need a goalie. Who do they have in that, dude?
Philip Gustafson is their best shot right now.
He is a goalie. Right. And then they should trade Sanderson for Carlson, man. Why not?
What?
I'm just saying, I think it would be awesome for them to have a really solid D-man besides Shabbat.
You think they should trade Sanderson for Carlson?
That's probably what it would take. I'm not gonna lie.
It'd be more than that right now.
Oh yeah, but I mean, Sanderson's gonna be a part of it.
Yeah, I don't think they should do that unless they want to win right now.
Yeah, I should clarify that from their perspective.
If they want to win now,
about doing that because Sanderson's like your baby right now. But
Yeah. You're just throwing the baby on the sidewalk for the ex-boyfriend. You're just like,
for the ex-boyfriend who's really hot,
he's really hot.
the really sexy ex-boyfriend who's hot and
The
is
really sexy
and
ex-boyfriend.
is hooked up with every celebrity ever that you want to hook up with, like Addison Rae and Tate McRae and
Tate
all these other
McRae.
chicks.
Oh yeah, just found out who she's dating. She's dating. Wait, don't tell me. You told me this last. It was
Mr. Blue Jacket.
give me wait, yeah. Or Cole Sillinger.
Yeah. Either
Cole
dating or
Sillinger.
was with. Okay. I don't want to get it out there and then have them be like, we weren't dating. Like,
Cole Sillinger hops on the podcast saying, "Yeah, we weren't
I don't
dating.
wanna
What are you
get a
talking about,
DM.
Solly?"
Dude, she had his girl had like a thing like about like selling hockey jerseys or something.
Mhm.
And I slid up and I was like, sorry, I'm not buying a Cole Cylinder jersey. Just respect, not trying to trash him, but I'm not buying a Cole Cylinder jersey. I
What did
slid
she
up and
say?
said that on Instagram. She did not. No, she doesn't read. Why would she read my whatever I say, dude?
Hey, I don't know. You're a popular guy.
Yeah,
You know, you're a co-host on Twigs and Rigs. You know, she's got to respect that.
that'll do it. That'll do it.
All right.
Anyway.
Player to watch. I had Drake Batherson. My
Okay,
boy
yeah.
Dennis. We'll have him on the podcast at some point. I called this guy being amazing. I think he's going to be great for a lot of the same reasons that Tage Thompson is going to be great. Or is great, you know, but I think he's going to take a little bit more time because he doesn't have the backing of the team to have as much freedom as Tage Thompson does. He's been doing great with the tools and the freedom he's been given. The only issue is in minus 20, so that needs to like fix
Dang,
quickly.
whoa, minus 20, dude.
With
Holy
31 points, that's really bad, bro.
What
That is
the
really
frick?
That is really, really, really bad. So if he gets that up, player to watch. He's phenomenal both ways at that point then.
Flyers are about to win 5-3.
Win 5-3?
Yeah.
Penguins got a minute 32 left, up 3-2. All right. Best ad. I'm gonna let the Flyers fan take over this one.
Yeah, this has got to be Claude. No, I'm just kidding. It can be
Cat.
It can be DeBrincat.
I said both actually. I put DeBrincat plus
Yeah.
Giroux because
I
they're
think
playing
it's-
on the same line. They feed off each other.
Yeah. But dude, Claude is a great ad for this team. Brings veteran leadership. He is my daddy. Oh, TK had 2 nice goals tonight. Anyway, Claude is my daddy.
Papa G.
I can't wait to get into like other episodes. We're gonna do like jersey collections because I have the home Ottawa Senators Claude Giroux jersey coming in, fully authentic.
Fire. I also have an Ottawa Senators jersey that we will show in that video. So stay tuned,
I
everybody.
just thought of somebody else we can plug. The place where I get them from.
Okay.
I'm not gonna plug them yet because we want to talk about it before plugging anybody.
Right.
We're not gonna give free advertisement right now.
Not yet. Hey, any sponsors out there enjoying this content? Please sponsor us. We'll be reaching
Personally,
out.
I'm just gonna say this because Wawa's already a big thing. I love Wawa. Wawa, please contact us.
Absolutely. I love it. Love it.
Anyway, Claude, he
Claude
can
and Cat.
be a point per game player, amazing passing, playmaking ability, just with the right guys. Like when you give him, you know, a Wayne Simmons and Jake Voracek for 6 years and it's not really working out, maybe it's time to switch up, but that's not up to me. So when you give him a DeBrincat and you can give him those kind of guys, he's gonna be electric. I mean, he had a nice pass. Who was it against? One of the crappier teams. It might have been against like the Coyotes. It was like a pass over to DeBrincat.
What's crappy against the Coyote about the Coyotes?
They're crap, dude.
What's wrong with them?
They're just crap.
Nothing. It's like no. Yeah.
They're absolute dog water. Anyway, yeah. So Claude's a great addition. Veteran leadership, point per game player, solid first liner, a great second liner, best third liner, Wayne Gretzky fourth kind of liner, dude. So if you were to put in this position, so
Interesting.
I just think that's a great ad. DeBrincat, also a great ad. Goal scorer. I mean, like that's a perfect duo to add, dude. You have a passer who doesn't really want to shoot, but when he does shoot, it's amazing shot. And then you have a dude who just wants to shoot.
Absolutely. It's the
Great.
opposite of what they had in Philly. Not okay. I feel like I'm throwing so much shade, but I'm not trying to. But it's the truth. It's the truth.
Yeah.
But I mean, well, Yeah. So I said Giroux also because a lot of the reasons we said Alex Tuck. With the hometown, it's great for the city. It's great for a storyline, and it's great for him. His family. You're gonna have a lot of Giroux's family out there. It's gonna be beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to have
Uh,
out
I
there.
I really want to see a goodbye to Philly thing. I didn't see anything from him. I'm not gonna hold him to it because I just love him too much to trash him. But there was somebody on his post. They had like posted with whatever rink or whatever place he used to play at, I forget, in like Ottawa when he was a kid. And like somebody was like, "Oh, you didn't say anything. You chuckled when, I definitely like it. And Philly's interesting or something." It's like, "Oh, you chuckle." And I went in the comment section. I was like, "Yo, delete this comment." I was like, "This is like nonsense. Like, you don't get to talk if you're not an actual Flyers fan. Actual Flyers fans know not to say crap about Claude."
Bro got heated.
I did get a little heated, although I will say we can do a little, thing on this too. I think it's interesting that I don't know. They didn't give him the right pieces in Philly, but they also like, man, you're the captain dog, and you're not putting up like big numbers in the playoffs when we're there every other year. So it's like maybe it's some of it's on him. We can talk about that at some point.
We talk about underperformers in the playoffs
Yeah,
or over like elite carriers and
he,
stuff like that. Yeah,
I don't
for
know.
sure.
Not necessarily he was an underperformer. It's
I
just
don't
like
think so. It
I
just compared to
wish.
what you want him to do.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like I just expected him to be more flashy, more the
Yeah.
guy I saw in 2012.
Right. Okay. That
That
makes sense.
that was electric, dude. Yager, we should, dude. The Flyers stopped making the playoffs every year once they got rid of Yager. Just
Flyers legend Yarmir
he
Yager.
was awesome. He put up like 60 some points, dude.
Yeah.
He can
And the
still.
Penguins have won 3-2 against the New York Rangers. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. Now the MVP is a guy we hadn't talked about at all yet, for me at
Brady,
least.
Brady,
Brady
yeah,
TK.
Brady's great, dude.
Brady TK.
All right.
I have him as TK up here. Oh, do it. Do the laugh. Do the laugh.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, all right, dude, you're just embarrassing yourself, dude. You just
Yo,
act,
I think you're embarrassed. I think you don't want to do it. You don't
act
want
your
to do
age,
it for
dude.
the
Act your age, dude.
for the
Let's grow
fans
up
out
here.
there.
Let's grow up here. Let's be adults here. Come
Let's
on,
be
dude.
adults. But yeah,
Dubinsky.
so I said he's like his brother. Why are you looking at me?
You know, so great. You coughed right into the money.
But yeah, I said he's a lot like his brother, that he's incredible and he leads in every aspect. He'll go out
Yeah.
there and get like 10 hits a game. He'll get an assist. He'll get goals. He'll be scrappy. He'll be grindy. He'll be off ice, a leader. He'll fight for anybody. He'll fight anybody. He's just an all around MVP, and he's still leading their team in points by a good amount. So that's the MVP, I'd say. Okay. Wow, dude, we've been talking for like 2 hours. Or no, almost 2 hours. It'll probably be 2 hours after we finish up Toronto because we probably have a lot to
I've
talk
been
about.
alive for like 10 hours or something like that.
What?
I didn't say anything.
um,
I don't know what just happened.
breakout player for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Breakout.
Known-
Kerfoot. Like Kerfoot.
Okay.
Okay, so just so everybody knows, like I think we're both pretty busy. So like most of the time we're just looking at the rosters, looking at the points per game, looking at like plus minus, crap like that. So like, I don't know if I haven't checked out comments yet or anything, but there might be some comments like, "Oh, you got to watch this guy." And it's like, we'll do our best to watch, but as of right now, like for our time and stuff all in school and even on break, we're pretty busy. It's just simpler to kind of look at this stuff. You can go in depth analysis and stuff, but this is probably like the most black and white kind of way to tell, other than like eye test. I mean, eye test is kind of like you can see what could be coming. You know what I mean? Like for the Flyers, it's like people might think Morgan Frost is already a bust. Well, not really. Morgan Frost is actually playing pretty well. He's actually playing pretty well this season. He's coming into his own a little bit, but you wouldn't know that from not watching. If you look at the points per game, you're like, no, it's TK, it's Kevin Hayes, but like, well, that's what we're doing. So, if there's a better pick for any of these, like, let us know.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely. We're
we'll try to-
always up for, input for sure.
yeah. So just so you guys know,
For
just
sure.
for-
Yeah. But also like we also watch like all of our team's games. So
Yeah,
if our
basically.
team, we're gonna watch like all 82 of our team games, at least like the highlights or we'll go rewatch the game. So we get to see every team. So
Yeah, we get to see
we
the
get to
opposing
see every
player.
team, and as you'll come to see when watching us, we do know a lot about. We watch a lot. We watch a lot of hockey. We may miss games here and there, but we watch a ton. So for the most part, I'm pretty sure people will agree on these.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
obviously, like I said, we're
There are
always
some
open.
out of the clear eye view kind of picks.
Yeah,
You know, I think we do that on purpose because it's like it's easy to say make or break is
a goalie.
Nick Suzuki or a
Oh
goal
yeah.
or but we try to go and like look at the guy who's on the come up and stuff like that. We try to do our best just from
Try
what
to
we're
make it interesting for you real fans of the teams, guys
Yeah.
who you real fans are going to appreciate. And
Yeah.
that's who we're trying to make the content for. So
Right.
let's get into it. Breakout player, Kerfoot, go for it.
Yeah, Kerfoot, I just think well, he was a kind of a high draft pick. Let me look him up real quick.
All right, I'll go into mine while you look that up.
He Oh wait. Oh crap. This is not the wait, I'm thinking Alex Newhook.
Yeah, that's Colorado.
Whoops. Well, anyway, Kerfoot.
He was on Colorado though.
Yes. Kerfoot's just playing well. He's playing all right. I mean, last year. Oh wait, do I have him as breakout?
Yeah.
Oh wait, this is a bad pick.
Do you want to take a look and revise? I'll go do mine.
Absolutely, this is a terrible pick, dude. He had 51 points in 82 games last year.
Yeah.
You're high. This is
all
a
right.
bad pick.
Okay, so I said breakout player is William Nylander. Now, yes, everybody knows he's part of the big four, right? He's part of the big four. He's got a big contract. He's all that, right? But the fact that he's putting up the points that he does now, like right now, he's got. I'll check it out real quick. But
this is an interesting pick.
What?
Nylander.
And I'll tell you why. Did you find what you needed about Kerfoot? Because I can go into depth about the Nylander thing.
Go into depth.
Okay, so I'll pull up the stats for later. But Nylander, I'm pretty sure I could be wrong. He's over a point per game, right? I think Nylander is the breakout player because he's doing phenomenally for the exact he's putting up the results of why we said Sharangovich was the player to watch. If you watched our last podcast, and I think we had the Devils first, yeah, because we were saying thank you to them and everything. Yeah, great experience, by the way. But yeah, so for the same reason I said Sharangovich, because Sharangovich is a guy you can put 1 through 4. He's going to go up and down your lineup 1 through 4. He's going to get to play with every player. So it doesn't matter who he plays with, no matter injuries or anything, no matter where he slots, he's going to be phenomenal. And he's going to thrive with whatever player is there because you got players like Gensel who drop down and play with Malkin. Yeah, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. They don't really have the flow that they normally do. But Nylander has been shaken up his whole career. He's gone from first line, second line to third line. I don't think he's ever dropped to fourth, but I know for a fact that he's going to third line. He's gone first, second, and third line. The fact that he's going consistently now, doesn't matter what injuries, he's going to be going off now because he's been so valuable as a versatile winger. He's been able to play with everybody on the team. He's been able to play with everybody on the team. It doesn't matter who you're going to give him. He's putting up points and he's being consistent. And I think that's the breakout player plus player to watch, but I did have a different player to watch, although that is something I really want to watch because it's the exact result of what we said Sharangovich was going to be. This is exactly what we said Sharangovich was going to be. And it did take Nylander a few years. Nylander has been good. Yes, he's been good his whole career. But I think now more than ever, people are going to see it. People are going to see it because of how good he works with everybody. All right, you go.
Okay, I can kind of understand that. I was kind of having trouble following the Sharangovich thing. Because what you're saying is basically we are thinking that Sharangovich is kind of going to be like a William Nylander.
Just by the way his team so
his role in the team.
Okay, Nylander this year has.
I mean, Nylander last year.
Nylander has 34 points right now in 32 games.
Nylander was 80 points in 81 games last year.
Right. That's good. Like I'm saying he's been good, but I think he's going to break out. I don't think he was this hot.
Okay, so you
this
think
early in the year.
You think he's going to be like top 2 in scoring on their team instead of like 4th, 5th?
3. I'll give him 3.
Okay.
I think he'll be behind Matt and Marner for sure. But
Like he's gonna break out more than like he has.
Tavares, yeah, for sure. I think he'll be over a point per game by the end
That's
of the
fine.
season.
Because
Um,
when we're discussing breakouts, at first my reaction was like, okay, wait, what? Because this dude's literally been like one of their better players at times.
yeah,
Um, Also he was point per game last year with 80 points, which is really good. And then his second and third years in the NHL, he had 61 points respectively. And then he had that contract dispute that he missed a bunch of games and he was absolute dog.
hmm
27 and 54. And then he kind of came back into his own. So I was confused at first, but I guess if you're gonna say break out more than he has before,
right.
you're just gonna expect a lot more. Like, okay, that's yeah.
I'm gonna expect a lot more. Just because of how versatile he's been moving up and down the lineup since he's gotten a because people, I mean, like playing hockey, I've understood how much it means to have good linemen that you gel with. Because you can throw the best players up on a first line and they
Yeah.
will suck. They will not know how to play with each other. They won't pass to each other. They won't know how to do anything. Nylander has gotten a chance to play with every different player and in different roles, different assignments. He's gotten to see a little bit of everything and what everybody's capable of. He's a smart kid. I think he'll be able to really I think he'll be able to capitalize on that experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
All right. You have Kerfoot. What was Kerfoot's reason?
Kerfoot, I am taking out because that's
Oh, right.
so
You took
bad.
Kerfoot out.
I'm saying Rasmus Sandin
Oh, I had that as watch, but I like it.
because he's already like nearing his personal best or like whatever. Forget Jesus. His personal best in points. And he's only played in 32 games, so he's just going to be more of a staple for the defense with Giordano, with Riley, Justin Hall. That's big for Rasmus Sandin to come up and step up like that. Also, they have Liljegren.
Oh yeah, Timothy Liljegren.
Timothy Liljegren is like a NHL 18 superstar draft pick or whatever. Like,
What is he?
yeah, dude. I remember. I do GM mode. I love GM mode in Shell, and
We're
I
gonna
love
see a
playing
lot of
online.
that on the show on
I
the
play
YouTube
online
channel. Go
versus
check it
too.
out.
Online versus all day, every day. Anyway, yeah, Liljegren was like literally you had to take him first overall. It was crazy. Like I remember trading up for him.
First overall.
Yeah, he was also projected to be like a top pick, but I think it was injuries or something is why he fell to like the Maple Leafs in the later round, the first or beginning of the second.
Really?
Yeah, he was very, very good.
Interesting.
Where was he take? Sorry, he was mid first round still.
Yeah.
17th over. So yeah, he was supposed to be higher at the beginning of the year. He was like projected 1 through 3 or something.
Gotcha.
Anyway, there's my list. Okay, let's do. All right, so we did breakout. I have Rasmus Sandin. Best ad.
Did we do make or break? No, we didn't.
No, we did not actually.
Oh yeah, okay.
I have the entire decor.
That's not bad, especially with Muzzin hurt.
Yeah, like I'm going decor because that's been the biggest question mark for them
Okay.
over the last few years. Besides the
Goaltending
play of Freddie, but right now who they have Murray
and Samsonov, which is what I was gonna get into.
Yeah, so I think actually, you know what? I'm gonna change it. I like, the goalies is make or breaker for me.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I said Samsonov and Murray for make or break because look, like they have not fragile fans. They have great fans that have been sticking with them for a while.
Yeah.
And they understandably have a very short temper at this point when it comes to.
Yeah. They should, dude. They should.
They should. They absolutely should. I'm not saying they shouldn't, but I am saying that it is a fact that they are very short with their players at this point. And the fact that they picked up 2 very risky goalies. One goalie was bounced around the league like a hot potato. Matt Murray, because he was exposed for his glove hand the year that he went to the Cup with the Penguins. He was a phenomenal goalie. I think he was statistically one of the best goalies in every single area except for his glove hand, and it got exposed. And that's where he got scored on like 80% of the time. Found out his weakness, and it was really bad. And he was kind of like Ben Simmons in the way that he didn't fix it. Like Ben Simmons can't shoot, and he didn't fix it, and he's still just as bad as he was before. Same can be said for Matt Murray, except for the attitude. Matt Murray has a way better attitude. He wants to get better. It's all up to him. It's all up to him. And Samsonov was also, one of those guys that he didn't get bounced around the league. He just kind of got bounced from his team, which was kind of weird because
I don't understand why.
I don't either.
It was his play. I guess his play wasn't as good, but when did he get bounced from the Capitals?
Like,
because he
a
was
year ago. I
he
think it
was like their starter, dude.
right. But then they were. I thought it was gonna be like, okay, so you picked VTech over him, fine. But then you got rid of VTech, so it was like, okay, that's kind of weird. They got Kemper, but that was after the fact. I don't think they knew
Right.
that was coming afterwards. So
Yeah,
I don't know what issue Samsonov had, but it's got to be a risk if a guy that young and that talented got sent away. There's something up there.
yeah.
So that's my make or break. All right. Yeah, you had same player to watch. Player to watch.
Player watch. I have Robertson.
Really? Okay, I like that. Why?
This is because I think with his brother, I don't know. I just think that's interesting. I mean, like you can pick like Yarn Crow, and I'm just looking at in relation to points per game. Like, oh, is this player like playing okay right now? Like 12 points in 32 games for David Kampf. Is that good? Yeah.
No.
It seems okay for him.
Oh, for Kampf, I guess.
Yeah, like relative
to him. Okay.
Yeah, like for Patrick Kane, that's like you need to retire. But like for
Right.
this, it's like you might earn $1 million more in free agency. So like for where is it? This is Nick Robertson, right?
Nick Robertson. Yep. He's like 19.
Yeah, he's young. I mean, last year so yeah, exactly. So he's already played more games than he has in any other season. This is his third season. He's 5-15. Last year he had 1-10, and the year before he had 1-6. So, yeah, this is going to be a growth year for him. This is going to be a what else do we have for our third line, possible second line forward going forward, because they're not going to be able to keep everybody in the next few years. I don't know
And
what
Tav's old, getting old.
Yeah, I don't know. Tavares' contract is up in like 3 years or something.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. So that'll be interesting.
He'll be going into like the way Huberdeau and them were. I guarantee it.
Yep, I can see that. Yeah, but I think this is like a bright spot for them. 21-year-old kid they drafted. He's playing all right now. I mean, like there's not a huge role for him on this kind of team with so much talent. So it's just like all right, let's see what you can do. And he's young, so I think it's
No
just
pressure.
Yeah, it's exciting for them. That's
Right.
why I think I picked it. I mean, because you're not expecting much out of Yarn Crow. Like you're not expecting the same kind of thing, is what I'm saying.
In the future?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what Yarn Crow can do. You kind of have an idea with Pierre Engvall, David Kampf, Timmins, Holmberg. Who is this Holmberg guy though? He's 20.
Holdberg or
Pontus
Holmberg?
Holmberg.
Oh, Pontus Holmberg.
Sorry. Whoops. He's not playing too bad.
He's not
7-17.
horrible. He's
a right wing. Yeah. I don't know anything about him, honestly. But yeah, that's my point. Is he's
Right.
Robertson's young, and then his brother's hype right now. It's like hopefully he
Right.
can do the same thing. So I think that's why I picked.
got a good mentor
Yeah.
for sure. I said Sandine, but I think I'm going to change it to Michael Bunting.
Wait, why is
What?
I'm looking at the leader? So I have the stats up for the regular season for the Maple Leafs, and it says like, oh, this is from. It's messed up. I don't know why, but it has what's his name, Jack Campbell on there. It's weird. Sorry, I just thought
Definitely still a Leaf for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely not getting tossed aside for Stuart Skinner.
No, not at all. Anyway, wait, what?
Oh yeah, I had I had player to watch. I said Sandy, but I think I'm gonna go Michael Bunting for the same reason that for the same reason Zach Hyman was so good. I think that they put Michael Bunting up there with Amat and Marner, or Amat and Nylander, whatever they're gonna do. N- Zach Hyman is an incredibly talented player, and a lot of that had to do with the development that he had playing with Austin Matthews. Um, Zach Hyman on his own now can thrive. He's phenomenal. He's an absolute beauty now, and a lot of that had to do with him playing a no pressure freelance role with Austin Matthews.
Yeah.
It's important for guys like that to play with big name guys like people
Like
like Arturi Lehkonen playing with Nathan McKinnon right now.
Zach
Like,
Cassian playing with McDavid.
I guess because Cassian's a little old, so like
Cassian's a little old, different play style.
yeah.
But
I see
like
what you mean. I see
he
what you
came
mean.
in, he was like putting up points and was like, what the frick?
Right. No, I
Yeah.
see what you mean.
A little
I
different,
do.
right?
Yeah, it's slightly different, but you get the point. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like Zach Hyman is phenomenal, and I think Michael Bunting has a lot of the same tool set. I don't know if he's quite there to Hyman's level when he was playing with them, because Hyman had like the second highest dangle success rate in the league. He was a very good player for what he had to do. He flew under the radar, which made him not as much of a designated target, gave him a lot of freedom, and that's the same freedom that Michael Bunting currently has, and he's starting to take advantage of it. He's starting to see what he can do, what he can't do. He's starting to see what he can get better at. He's a young guy. I think he'll develop a lot like the way Hyman did. All right,
Yeah.
best ad.
My best ad is I'm just gonna go with Giordano still.
Okay,
Yeah.
he's from Toronto too. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's from Toronto.
Yeah. I forget when they acquired him. Was it over this past trade deadline, or was it a year ago already?
A year ago, but I'll count it. I'll count it. I'll
Right.
take that.
You could
I
get him?
said, oh yeah, keep going.
No, who's your best ad?
I had Murray and Samsonov again. I said
Oh
they're
yeah.
both bounced around the league. They're still both great. And here's the thing: if they both play really well, right, you have a lot of options. You can pick one of them, which is a great choice, and it'll be your future goaltender, or you have an elite duo, but you will have to pay them. One of them will have high trade value, and you can trade away the other. As long as you make the right choice, you can't go wrong because they're both young. They'll set up for your future.
I think that's probably what they were trying to do. They're
Right.
figuring, right, we're competitive. We're too competitive for a good draft pick. We don't have
Mhm.
much cap room,
Right.
and we need a better goalie. Like we know that we
Absolutely.
don't have a goalie for the next 8 years, but we do know that we have possible like a good tandem for maybe 2 years, 3 years, but then also like trade value, and that's gonna be huge.
Absolutely. And I think what's also cool is they can probably the only thing is like the team's getting a little old, or not old, but Tavares is getting old. He's a huge part of the team. He really is. And they need to be good like now. They need to be good soon before, Matthews' contract, I'm pretty sure is Matthews and Marner, one of them is
Look it
is
up.
coming up soon. And they want to make them show, okay, we can still make a run. We're still like a good team. And that's why it's a little interesting why they didn't just get a solid goalie to begin with. But honestly, this isn't a bad idea, but it's a lot of risk, super high reward, but there is a decent amount of risk, not cap value wise, but there's a lot of risk when it comes to timing wise. They don't have a whole lot of time to be risky.
Yeah. Austin Matthews
Mhm.
in 2 years is going
2
to be
years.
signing with. Oh my gosh! It's just this season and the next season. That's it.
That's it. Right.
That's it, dude. Same
That's all
with
it's got.
Nylander.
That's all they got.
Nylander's
And
on a great contract, 6.9.
that's pretty good. That is pretty good.
Let's look. Yeah, so Austin's up in 2 years. Tavares is up in 3. Marner's up in 3. Nylander's up in 2. And then on D, they have TJ Brody. I forgot they have TJ
They
Brody.
do have TJ Brody.
He's up in 2. Liljegren's up in 2. Yeah, so they have a lot of big decisions.
Of decisions to make, and that's the thing you can't have.
Dude, they're gonna lose. Tavares is
Nylander,
gone. They're probably gonna lose Nylander because Nylander's gonna be wanting more money. Tavares is gonna want less, or he's gonna stay for less. You can give him probably $8 million. in
Ooh,
3 years.
less. In 3 years, he's gonna be way worse, dude.
You think
He's
he's gonna be
already
way
old.
worse? I
He's
think he's still
already
gonna
old.
be functional. All right.
He'll be
He
like the
might be like
current Mark Giordano.
he might be like 6.5, 6 million.
All right, valid.
I think
That's
that
valid.
would they're gonna sign him again because then after that, if you can't, all right, I guess for them, they're trying to look for keeping Nylander because he's younger, obviously, but like by 6 years, but like that's not gonna happen. There's no way.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe, but they're probably not. And then you're gonna have to keep Austin Matthews. If you can't keep Matthews, and you only have Tavares and Marner, it's gonna be a yard sale soon.
Oh yeah, for
I mean,
sure.
Matthews might walk.
Yeah.
Although I think it'd be really stupid to go to Arizona.
Yeah.
Low key. I mean, I don't know.
It depends on how they're looking. He could go there. Depends on
Yeah.
how they look
It might be
because they
like a
have a
Bryce Harper.
phenomenal future. They have a
It might be a Bryce
phenomenal.
Harper kind of move. You know, Bryce
Yeah.
comes to Philly. Everybody else wants to come. Schwarber, Realmuto, Trey Turner,
Yeah.
Realmuto. Oh, I said Realmuto. Castellanos. It's like everybody wants to come. So then the Arizona might be a destination, although they don't have their own arena.
Do you think, hot take, do you think the NHL could be banking on Austin Matthews going to Arizona? That's why they haven't relocated them because they do have a phenomenal future looking there. And if they move him, if he goes to Arizona, that completely revitalizes the entire organization.
A little bit, yeah.
Like you said with Bryce Harper, he comes to Philly. Everybody wants to come to Philly.
Right. Yeah, but like these draft picks have to pan out. Like if they just have Austin Matthews signed up for 8 years and their draft picks are very mid and they're not a good team, dude, that is going to be one of the worst decisions he'll ever make in his life.
Logan Cooley and Connor Geeky by themselves are going to be insanity. They're going to be
I sure hope so, dude.
Insanity.
I sure, Coyotes fans haven't had a good time since 2012, man. Yeah. 2012 Mike Smith, 2012 Shane Doan, 2012 Martin Hanzal.
Oh my gosh, Hanzal, yeah. Wow, throwback.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sorry. This is just an interesting team.
Yeah, for sure. But that's in our next episode is Arizona. We'll finish it off here with MVP. Who do you have?
For Maple Leafs, that's right. Where's my list? Here it is. Yeah. Matthews.
And why is that?
He is their guy. He is.
That's valid.
Guy. Like I don't know. Like I think, similar to like Tampa Bay, like they can survive without him for like 30 games if they needed to. But like, I just think he glues it together. Like, like I don't know what else to say about Austin Matthews. Honestly, he's my boy. Also,
show him. Go grab it. Don't you have one?
I'm not at my house. I'm at my friend's house right now.
Oh,
dude, I have the fully authentic jersey I have of him. So beautiful. Also, to any fans out there who like memorabilia and who love Maple Leafs, I am selling a Hart Trophy Austin Matthews bobblehead. You saw it. It's pretty sick.
It is.
It is pretty sick. These bobbleheads are exclusive. You cannot get them anywhere else. I'm trying to sell it. I'll give you guys a discount on it. I'm selling it for like over 120, like 120 just about. Like you guys might, who don't know what bobbleheads are like, whoa, but like they sell. So if you guys are interested, I have an eBay stuff. We can link it or something.
Would you give them a discount if they said they came from the podcast?
Yeah, I will give them a discount. I'm trying to get rid of this thing. Like I'm trying to sell it. I'm actually trying to sell it for 135. I'll do 120. I have 5 people like willing to like literally just waiting on like a price to come down and then they're going to buy it. Like I have 5 watchers on eBay. So I'll show it in next video. I'll show some other stuff I'm selling.
For sure.
That was just something I like thought of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
so
that's
MVP,
great.
MVP Matthews.
For me, I'm going to go Marner. He went on like that 26 game point streak where it was like, I mean, yeah, Matthews has been going off recently, but the guy they've been looking to each game has been Marner. When you need a point, you go to Marner this year. You're not going to Matthews.
Dude, man, they hit on their draft picks, dude.
They did.
They really hit. And, dude, yeah, that's a really good pick. I honestly, I feel comfortable changing my pick to Marner, but like I'm fine with Matthews sticking my pick.
Matthews is not a bad pick either.
No, not at all. But like, dude, Marner, the way he moves, man, he's a magician, dude.
Yeah.
So slick, in and out of tight spaces. We'll just let that sit there for a minute.
Yeah. I was gonna say
Uh,
highlight reel plays all the
yeah, dude,
time,
he's
bro.
great. Like everything about him is crazy. His passing ability, his shot, dude, his shot's crazy.
His shot is
I don't know-
crazy, which
I
is
don't know what it is. Just for the food for thought, right-handed shots are cooler looking than left-handed.
I agree. I agree.
I'm
You got
left-handed,
Ovi, Giroux, Line, Tage
Marner.
Thompson, Marner, um, Tyler Sagan
You
when
just
in
for
his
some
prime.
maybe it's because of the angle.
Well, the
Yeah.
other thing is, it's like from experience being a right-handed shot, there's a lot more to like look because when you're shooting at a glove, yeah, it's easier to aim it, but when you're just regularly shooting at it, it's easier to for a goalie to just snatch it out of the air. It's easier for a goalie to snatch it out of the air. It's harder for them when their hands down like this to maneuver the way up here or push it out rather than just trying to catch it. Because catch it is way more of a instinct reactionary thing that can get snatched up a lot, especially at the elite level that NHL goalies are. Just they're able to snatch up anything and just like open their eyes, the puck can be right next to them, boom, snatch it. But it's harder to get a blocker up there. Plus, you're holding a heavy stick. You're
Yeah.
holding a heavy stick, big blocker. You have
Dude.
to be able to move it.
When I was younger and I'd play in the driveway, man, I could barely get my blocker up. When I was like
Exactly.
10 years old, I was like, dude, what the frick is this? But I
Yeah.
played when I was younger, so I was like, it was so much
Right.
fun.
Right. Exactly. So you see exactly how it is. Yeah. Exactly. All right. Well,
See you
thank
next.
you everyone
Wait, is
so
that
much. That is it for now. Yeah, that's it for right now.
Oh yeah, that is all teams.
That is it. Hey, everyone, thank you so much. The second episode. Let us know what you think. I know we were a little preoccupied in the beginning. We were watching our games, but we really wanted to get this content out to you guys.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed it. We're probably gonna we'll see. We're probably gonna film another one real quick after this at some point. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Hey, and we're gonna be reaching out to all kinds of creators, all kinds of players to have them join the podcast because we're gonna do after this once we get a roll going on what we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna make like how Dude Perfect does Overtime, where they make all these different segments and stuff, and it's
Maybe
gonna be
not as
really
corny.
entertaining.
Maybe not as corny.
Maybe not as corny, but hey, don't talk bad on Dude Perfect,
I
brother.
love Do Perfect. I'm a Do Perfect fan, but I'm just saying, like, I don't watch Overtime.
Yeah, because it does get
because I
corny.
feel like I've just known them as trick shot dudes. Like, I just want to see that. I'm not gonna lie.
Valid.
They're doing their thing. It's successful, but for me personally, I'm just like, yeah, I'd rather watch that kind of stuff.
All right, understandable. But point being, it's
Yeah.
going to be like that where we're going to have segments. We're going to have
And-
like guest segments. And so tag and comment anybody on YouTube, any players that you want to see join this podcast.
Yeah.
We'd love to talk to them. We're going to be reaching out to a lot of people and any
we wanna
sponsors as
see,
well.
We want to, build this up. We want to, make this successful for each other, but also like I think it'd be a fun thing to watch. I think we want to do more interactive stuff.
Yeah.
We were talking about a lot of ideas earlier.
Mhm.
YouTubers, we want to collab with YouTubers, talk to them, do like actual like hockey videos kind of
Yep.
thing. Also for like people who are newer to the game or something, like we want to make content to simplify like rules.
Mhm.
Like I'll be talking about how the NHL is like the best sport to watch in person.
I'll pull
and
up
people
some
are like,
ideas.
they're like, I can't see the puck. And it's just like, all right, like you just have to go to like more than one game and you
Give it a
actually have to, like,
chance.
you have to like not be on your phone, maybe.
Mhm.
Like maybe that'll help. Like, but baseball, it's like slow. Football, it's like, all right, they're always taking a little break, a little huddle and stuff like that. But hockey, it's like constant action. I love the sport. So it's like,
Absolutely.
and people don't understand offside, stuff like that. So we'll make videos like that, but definitely comment.
Yeah. Comment what you want to
like
see.
segments, like little stupid segments, like silly, goofy. All right, I guess those are kind of corny words, but like just like stupid stuff that you guys think would be funny that we could do. Like, all right, now it's time for whatever, or like maybe we can do like a signature at the end of an episode, like leave a stupid quote or something like that. You know what I mean? Just like that kind of stuff that you guys want to see because we're brainstorming this stuff. Believe me, we're not just trying to nitpick and get
Right.
ideas from everybody else, but like it would be helpful to know what you guys want to see and improve There's gonna be a lot more than just sitting down. We're
Right.
gonna get
Absolutely.
different
Once we
things.
get back to school or when we meet up later on in the break, we're gonna have a lot more interactive stuff that you guys will really enjoy.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right. Well, that is all the time we have for today. We ran a little long on this one, but we really hope you guys enjoyed it. We really put a lot of work into these, so it mean a lot if you guys interacted with the video, shared it to people. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
like,
Join for the
comment, subscribe.
like, comment, subscribe.
See ya.
See ya. All right. Let me